Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. How you doing out there? Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. Hopefully you're doing beautiful on this Friday. It's a little dreary, but we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it do what it do. We're going to speak life and then everything we do on this 7 Mile Radio station on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing out there? There we go. I see myself. Crispy, Tone Capone in the building. Mark, how you doing over there?
Man, I'm good, man. Everything is everything. Same old shit, different toilet as usual.
Yes, sir. We showed Miss Tiff and everything. And I got my it ain't no better. I can't start off without introducing. It's like my sister, my family, everything. I can't even remember when we met because we've been around each other so long. So I got my sister Sharice Theus Miller, aka Riri, in the building, aka I do everything with my hands, aka cuts.
Like.
Okay, in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Dexter girl all day, every day, and it's good to have you back. It's good to have you back home, straight out of Virginia. You was in Virginia for a little while and everything.
Almost 20 years.
Putting it down in
Crazy,
Virginia.
yeah. Yes,
Putting
good.
it down in Virginia and everything. So, I know the family glad to have you back and everything. Because of all the people that I know that can put things together and make it happen and everything, a lot of people leaned on you, Ree. A lot of people leaned on you, everybody. I know a lot of people called you. It's kind of like you was the mama, the grandma, the auntie, the uncle, the daddy sometimes on certain instances and everything. And the thing that I liked about you, your energy was always good. Whenever somebody called you, even though you may have been upset and everything, you never showed it. Mm-hmm. I probably would snap a couple times on people and everything. It's a gift on like and on holding your composure on certain stuff and everything. So I got mad love for that and everything. So
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if everybody was happy. But no, we good now.
Yeah. And the transition from Virginia to Detroit, was that kind of like a tough decision, or was it like or you made it like a walk in the park?
Well, the transition, like once we actually got here, we're still transitioning, to be honest with you. But the move to Virginia was like a dream deferred, if you will, while we were in Richmond. Year one, I was like, I'm ready to go back, but.
Was you ready?
No, real talk. Yeah, because it's a different culture.
Right.
It's a different culture altogether. And Detroit is grimy. Detroit is grimy. It's grimy in a good way because this is what you know. This is your home. This is your heartbeat. So when I got to Richmond and it was all green and it was pretty and it was really dope. Richmond has a really dope vibe.
Right.
But it just wasn't home.
Right.
And so I was just ready. I was ready to come back. But fast forward 17, 18 years, Nayari, my boo, he was like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to do something different. And so I left it alone. We had got the house redone. We were chilling. Business was going great, and then COVID came. But even still in that space, I was able to adjust and still do what needed to be done. You know what I'm saying, for the fam.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so it was his decision.
Oh, wow.
It was his decision. And then I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. I was like, are you really sure? And he was like, I was like, yo, this is Detroit. This is not Richmond.
Right.
No diss against, Richmond is beautiful. It's peaceful, all that stuff. But we knew Richmond, So to come to Detroit for him, a grown man, taking care of the family and like for him, he's gonna have to start over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I honored that, I respected it, and we've been rolling.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We've
And-
definitely been rolling. So, but yeah. So long story short, I'm happy to be back.
Hey,
I'm happy to be
and,
back.
and believe me, I bet it's 1,000. I wouldn't say 1,000, but it's a lot of people happy to have y'all back. Happy to have the kids back. You know, I know mom's happy to have y'all back because mom's one thing about mom. She's family oriented to the point where, we talked about this. I'm like, man, how do y'all deal with the like date night? And you would explain to me like, sometimes y'all would have certain days. I'm like, Ree, I need a babysitter,
Right now.
and
No.
sometimes y'all just toughed it out down there. I'm like, man, I used to tell Reed, I'm like, they about that action. I'd have been the folding and came back like, no.
No, we really drew towards each other. You know, like we really like each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the whole love. He'll argue with me. You know what I'm saying? But I say, the falling in and out of love. I think that come and go.
Right.
But we really go for each other. We really love each other, and I
Mm-hmm.
would not do anything to hurt him. You know what I'm saying, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So what that allows for us to do is to pull in closer,
Right.
when stuff get a little rocky,
Right.
as it relates to, I'm sad, I'm missing Detroit. But he'd give me that space, but then he like, well, but what you want to do? You want to go? You know what I'm saying? It's no problem. But date nights, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we thugged it out.
Yeah.
But then we had some folks who held us down, but he like our nephew, this guy Raymond. He a chef in Richmond now.
Mm-hmm.
But we used to call him over. Then Isaiah got older.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be there. Taking care of the kids. So as they got older, we were able to do more. But now it's like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
And it's rolling now. So
rolling.
yeah. But I'm gonna get into these quick hot topics and everything.
Let's roll.
Those Lions in 2021. I don't even know why people even go down there. I mean, do you desire to go? Are you gonna go to one of the Lions games?
It's
Riri?
pretty, right? Go take me some selfies. But no. All right, I like the Lions.
Right.
I like the Lions.
Right,
I like
right.
everything Detroit.
Right. And
Period.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's just for me. That's the only team that I would not rock with because I haven't seen them win a championship. I mean, for the most part, we've seen the Pistons win the championship. We've seen the Tigers win the World Series. We've seen the Red Wings win Stanley Cups. We've seen the WNBA win championship. We have not seen them Lions win the Super Bowl or even get close to the Super Bowl.
Man, look, we were watching ESPN. Well, I wasn't watching it, you know what I'm saying, but I was in the room.
Right.
And the headline or the bottom line thing came across and was like, "Are the Lions cursed?" I was like, "Yo, this is ESPN or whatever we watch." It's like this is national TV, and they're asking, "Are the Lions cursed?" So I'm not gonna talk bad against them.
Yeah.
We in the D.
Man,
the
it's-
colors are nice.
Man,
the stadium is beautiful.
Yes, it is. It
You know what I'm
just
saying? It's dope.
we can't get no wins, and I got off that boat 10 years ago, and right now they 0-6. They 0-6, and it's gonna be a tough road because next week they play Matthew Stafford's team.
Oh, he used to play with the Lions, right?
Right.
I know that much. I know that
there
much
we
about
go.
football. All right, there we go. So,
And that particular team, I want to say they're 4-2, and they got the Rams winning by 14 or more points.
14 or more.
Yeah, so it's technically they saying it's gonna be a blowout.
So how do you feel if you're a Lions player, right? And you're like, I'm going to the Lions. Like, at some point, you got to be like, we gonna win.
Yeah. Or do that check kick in, and you just be like,
I'm just like doing it. Like, I'm just,
I'm just thugging it out. Like, I'm that 200,000 gonna be on my check, my bank account,
like, guaranteed
guaranteed,
direct deposit.
quickly.
I'm out of here. That's bad, though.
And I'm gonna
It's
go
not
out here, win or lose. I'm gonna get my check, and I'm gonna put on that face and everything. That's hard to do.
That's bad, right? Because at that point, you're like giving up a portion of your dream, right? Because if you're an NFL player,
Right.
been playing since the Cubs, Detroit, you on the Cubs,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But your mom and them was spending all kind of money, middle school, high school, all that. And then you get to the pro and you just be like, bump it, I'm just gonna get the check.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Greg Scott said, "What up, though?"
Oh, what up, though? Hey.
And then you got the Pistons and everything. Of course, I'm rocking with the Pistons.
You know, I've been Piston since Dennis Rodman. Hey, Dennis Rodman.
This is the only person that I know that
I used
was
to have
in
posters
love
up
with
with Dennis Rodman.
In love with Dennis
I
Rodman.
love you, Dennis Rodman. I don't care what they say.
She would, of all the basketball players, you got Joe Dumars, you got Isaiah Thomas, you got Bill Laimbeer, you got John Sally, you got Rick Mahorn, you got Mark McGuire.
You
You
didn't
got,
say Bill Laimbeer. I know you didn't say Bill
Right,
Laimbeer.
Bill Laimbeer
You
came out his
suggesting
mouth.
her
You
to
heard
be in
it.
love with Bill Laimbeer?
I'm running the Piston players down that, Vinny Johnson, Dennis Rodman.
All those were nice people. See, Dennis Rodman was going through. See, you know, I'm a people person. You know what I'm saying?
Dennis
So-
Rodman was a people person to you?
No, he was going through. Like, he was having custody issues. How was I, 11? Having, like, custody issues.
So you felt his pain?
I don't know if I felt his pain all the way, but I knew he's
But that-
beautiful on the inside. You know what I'm
But
saying?
But that poster you had in your room that was up in the
I had Dennis. I painted his Rodman upstairs on my ceiling.
I just seen the poster. You painted his name on
I used to have article clippings of the situation.
I never understood. I'm like, what makes Riri love Dennis Rodman?
He was beautiful on the inside.
That's what it was.
He was
She
just
keep putting the emphasis on
on the
on the
inside.
inside.
Cause you know,
So just, is he still beautiful on the inside to this day?
you know when seriously, okay, when you listen to his interviews and stuff like that,
She had to
You
get
a
a
hater,
long
Mark.
drawn out interview. She
You
had,
a
You see the crickets,
I
right?
she had to get a long drawn out. She
He's
couldn't
a
just say
hater.
yes or no.
yeah, he's beautiful, but he has so much depth to him. You know what I'm saying? We need to come off this surface.
Yeah.
Get out to the deep.
Hey, at the end of the day, I got love.
But
for
it's
Dennis Rodman.
somebody for everybody.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It definitely is.
Yeah, I love you, Nayara. You the best looking man in the whole world ever in life.
Definitely is. And then as we was talking about it, HBCU, Jackson State, their home. Well, it's not their homecoming. Yeah, it was their homecoming last week.
Mm-hmm.
They had 55,000 people in Memorial Stadium that they sold. They kind of, I wouldn't say they sold it out, but it was capacity. And the thing I liked about it was Mississippi State, which is a white college, emphasis white college, right down the street. They had
I love all people.
they had 54,000, and when I seen the comparison, it made me feel proud.
It should have given you like chills.
Man,
Sonic Boom, right?
Yes.
Sonic
yes.
Because it was not like that when we were there.
No, it was not.
No,
it
when we were trying to,
It might have been 6,000, 8,000. It was not 55,000. And for Deion Sanders to go down there to change the culture, I thought it would come from a player. I never thought it would come from a coach like Deion Sanders. But for him to go down there and change the culture and bring so much energy and love down there to the point where, like, now you got, he got two sons playing for him now. One is a quarterback and one is a wide receiver.
And people probably talk bad about it, but come on.
He turned around and he made that particular school. And, and for us to be going, for it to be in Mississippi, it made me feel even more prouder because I'm like, that's what I'm talking about and everything. So when I seen that, like as you said, it brought chills to me and it made me feel proud. Like, that's what I'm talking about and everything. And they won the game. And, Jackson State is like, right now they 5-1.
I'm about to do something that not many people do.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to clap you up. Because you've been saying this for a long time. I got to clap you. I just got to do it.
Thank you.
Because, like, I don't know how long ago, a couple of years ago, I just remember seeing on your Instagram feed, like, athletes need to go to HBCUs, athletes need to go to HBCUs, or what have you. So I appreciate this moment in time because it's showing people, it's showing children. Like, you can truly follow your dreams and have fun.
Yeah.
And you don't have to totally separate from your culture to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go to another school that's predominantly white where you feel nervous and ashamed and don't feel like you can be yourself. And you can go to Jackson State where they got Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
And they are rocking,
Or
you know.
Or you can go to Tougaloo.
Or you can go to the Lou. All right.
and in the beginning, when I start saying it, I think this might have been like 8 years ago when I was talking about. People thought I was crazy, and I had a certain people that be like, "Well, that would never happen because black colleges is not like this." But the thing I kept saying was, if I kept speaking life and keep speaking and keep speaking it, it would come to existence. And now it's like to the point where like not only Jackson State and not only Tulu, but Tennessee State got Eddie George down there as one of the head coaches, and Eddie George used to play football at I think Tennessee Titans and everything, and so now he's the head coach over there. And and like you said, it shows you that you can go to a college that people look like you and you make it look good and you can love yourself and everything. So at the end of the day, that's what I might be a little biased.
You are.
I am.
It's
I
okay.
am. Okay. Pray for me. Pray for me. He working on me and everything. But I just be wanting us to win so bad to the point where like I think my passion will come out to the point where be like, they don't like nobody. I just want to win. I just want to win at the end of the day and everything. So and I'm taking, Dave and his friends down there to Jackson State's home. I mean, not Jackson State, but they going down to Southern's game and everything in November.
The Bayou?
Yeah.
Bayou Classic?
Yeah.
We went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah. And I think every kid needs to experience that and everything, or just not even hear about it, but they need to go down there and just to talk about it. And I remember Larry Bland was talking about this. Larry Bland, and I like to give props to Larry Bland sometimes, but majority of times he go left and everything. He don't know what the hell he be talking about. But this one particular time, he said that he think that every black kid should at least go to HBCU for 2 years.
I was about to say, I feel like you should have that higher, you should know that you can experience exceptional higher learning at an HBCU as well as at a predominantly white institution. Like that should be normalized, and it should just be, what do you want to do? Where do you want to be in Mississippi, or do you want to be in Michigan? Not if I go to a HBCU, I'm not going to get what I could get if I went to a predominantly white university. That's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true. So, and you and I both, I experienced both. I went to Tougaloo College, transferred, and went to Eastern Michigan University. So at Eastern Michigan, and this is crazy, but coming from Detroit, Eastern Michigan was my first time really having a lot of interaction with someone who was not Black or African American. So I feel like having both of those experiences helped develop me as a person, so that I can genuinely not just group everybody up like, oh, you white, you gonna do this, or you Black, you gonna do this. No, because I've seen and had the experiences with, those two groups, and I've experienced it for myself.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
with that said, I think the same applies to those people who are looking for colleges. If you're coming from the hood, know, or wherever you're coming from, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? If you of color, know that you are not shortchanging yourself if you go to an HBCU. So,
And then the thing about what you do a lot of research on your stuff. So everything that you do fact check, research, more fact check, research, reviews, and
I
everything.
watched your videos that you brought back from Tougaloo. Like, that was a part of my research.
But now that now that you got the kids, everything that you do is like like when you came up here with the kids and you was trying to find the different schools.
Right.
You did your research on what what school Izzy need to go to. What school
Ishmael.
all of them need to
The
go
girls,
to. Yes. You was on top. You probably was on top of it when you was at home.
When he said we were moving, that was probably like December, like November, December. So by January, deadline, I was calling Detroit Public Schools like, when is the application opening up again?
Yeah.
You said, whatever, because it was just important to me that they were able to go to a school that was right for them. I want them to be able to succeed. So anyway, with all that said, like, you have to do your own research. Like, you have to do your own research for your success or for your children or for whatever it is you thinking about doing.
Right,
Like,
right.
don't take somebody's word. Like, that can be a part of your research, but that's not it. I don't even know how you got to there, but all right, go
Okay.
ahead and take a sip.
There we go. And the verses.
They done put me on this show. Okay,
oh,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Oh yeah, the verses. This right here gonna loosen her up a little bit. The verses, Mark.
Oh,
So Mark, technically his record right now is possibly I want to say 1 and maybe 4, 1 and 5. McFly record is like 1 and 5 because Mark said that Big Daddy Kane technically would win his verses. McFly said he first initially said Karis won, and then he flipped it after the verse was over and said Big Daddy Kane. So me being Mr. Detroit and me being I rock with Karis one, so I had to go down there, get in the place of might have been like 40,000, 50,000. People was like COVID. I don't even know what COVID is. So I showed up in the place and everything.
Say if I put my mask on, now you talking trash. You don't go this.
When I went down there, I had to be in the place because I had to see these verses together because I had to see Karis One because I know him as as a performer and as a stage presence and everything, and what he talks about, everything that he talks about his life. So I rocks with him. I've been rocking with him since Rick showed me Ice-T, and he showed me Karis One. So that's the only reason why I know Karis One and Ice-T. But Karis One has always been that powerful speaking life, upliftment of black people that I always love. Mm-hmm. So when I seen it, and it was in Brooklyn, appreciate Ab Jam for showing me and everything. Tell Miss Muhammad I apologize for just popping up. I really didn't pop up, but I showed up like unannounced, kind of, sort of.
Rude.
Abdul got out of the hospital.
Yay.
He been out of the hospital maybe about 2-3 months after open heart surgery and everything. Bounced back, drove to Brooklyn. It's supposed to take 2 hours. It took us 4 hours and everything. And the concert was off the charts for me. I was hoarse from hollering and screaming. We had great seats and everything. And it, like I said, for me, I had to be in the building. So Mark gonna take an L, McFly taking L's and everything. And Mark, did you see the version?
I had a question.
Yes.
All right, so I know Big Daddy came from some dancing music.
And
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
think Big Daddy Kane used to be.
You don't know.
Okay.
So we used to do the hustles and all that stuff to Big Daddy Kane, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Karis One, like I know him as the teacher, you know, right? But I'm just curious because Nayari was like, Kane ain't got his catalog not big enough, not large enough.
Right.
And I'm like, right, but he got some bangers or whatever, right? So I didn't pick anybody because I was thinking low key, Karis One probably gonna get him.
Yeah.
But why'd you pick Kane? Like, what was your logic?
I mean, kind of the same thing as far as what you just said. I feel like his stage, he just had better energy on the stage as far as delivering the performance. You know what I'm saying? Like KRS One, of course, he has a catalog of songs as far as the number of songs that he got to surpass Big Daddy Kane. But I just felt like honestly, dare I say it, Big Daddy Kane was probably the more popular one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It
I
seemed like
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree, yeah.
Like KRS-One wasn't really popular. He was popular. He was he's an acquired taste. He wasn't a big. He was big to those he was big to.
Right. He was hot for a second with the mainstream
Type shit, right? And then
Yeah.
but he had a way much more longevity, just catalog wise, if you want to say, catalog length or size wise. But Big Daddy Kane, I just feel like he was more in the spotlight. He made,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, he was more of a commercial artist, if you will. You know what I mean? He was KRS-One is completely the opposite of a commercial artist. You know what I mean? He's straight underground and he's just as much as impactful. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I just feel like he was Big Daddy Kane had a better industry presence and a better show presence and performance than KRS-One. I still feel like he put on a better show. I think he might have just had. I think he might have just. He didn't. KRS-One. He just got. I don't know, man. It was a like. Honestly, I want to say it wasn't no fucking winner.
No, it wasn't no winner.
Right.
Like
It was,
that's really what I want to like. I really feel that. Like
the
there
culture.
was
The
no-
culture won.
and that's
Yeah.
not even saying, and that wasn't even saying it on no cliche just because that's what sounds good to say right now in that moment type of like it was really no winner in that one, man. Like, And that just like it would be hard to. Have y'all seen the rumors of what I gonna say?
Say
even
it. Say it.
rumors,
Who?
But I think this will be epic.
Come on. Come on.
Busta and Missy.
Come on. Okay. So here's. Shut up, Dave. Okay. Definitely. Right.
That would
Because it's
be
not. It's not even a battle. It's just like the
can't-
greatest
that's just
performance.
of all.
Come
time.
on now.
Like, come
You
on.
sweating.
Let me
You
ask you
chorus.
this.
Busta and Missy on the
let
stage.
me ask you-
together?
Everybody trying to dance. Come on,
to,
Dave.
I got to
Stop
thinking
playing.
about this.
we
You
go.
think Missy
Oh, you
can
about to
come
say
on that
something.
stage and compare now? You know,
Don't. There was no compare. What you comparing? All right, let me let you talk.
energy is different.
Talking crazy.
I love, yeah. Might pull you another one. But in Missy energy is great.
Yep.
Missy like I want to say somebody probably wrote for Missy. Like them songs
Whoa.
that Missy, them songs
Can you
that
research something?
Yeah, you probably can. I'm
What?
telling
I
you,
know I'm
them
about to
songs.
Google.
Listen, Missy got some great songs, but I'm talking about as far as like, I don't think, and this is I may come off like male chauvinist. That woman can't. Her energy is different from Busta Rhymes' energy. So you got
Okay,
to,
you know what? So I'm not going to even say it's male chauvinistic. I'm gonna say that that's factual because you're right. Women's energy is different than a man's energy, but it takes two to make one baby, right?
Right.
So they're both necessary.
right, but I'm
Clap me up. Boop, boop, boop. All right. So here's the deal. Though.
You got your ass on that one. No
Hey.
rebuttal for that one.
You cut me off though. Go ahead.
Right, no, I had to. It was necessary. You know what I'm saying? You was going crazy. I had to bring you back. And that's what the woman does.
Balance.
They bring that man back.
Okay. All I know is if Missy Elliott gets on that stage
She
and
gonna
Busta
light
Rhymes,
it up.
it's gonna be nice.
Light it up.
When Busta do that verse that he does with Chris Brown, where's Missy gonna go with that? Like if
She gotta go.
what's she gonna go with that? I can't stand the rain. She gonna go with what's that Ultramatics? It's gonna be hard
What's hard, Dave?
topping Busta's energy.
She don't have to top Busta energy.
It has to be a balance. It's gonna be like 80-20. That's hard, ain't it? Yeah.
You done went crazy.
Missy
like.
Elliott. I got to think about this. The only person that might be able to handle Busta's energy,
All right.
and you might have to pay this dude.
Who is that?
It's Kanye West. Somebody crazy enough. Have y'all seen Kanye walk around with that mask and his haircut?
I have.
You need somebody crazy like Kanye West.
Dave, that's
to
two
balance-
different. That's two different things. You know, people be like apples and oranges.
Right.
That's like apples and kale. I mean, that's like not. They don't even.
They was trying to say LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes. I think that's no compare. Like I don't think that's apples and oranges.
Oh, let me
too.
ask you this then. Okay, right. So a Busta Rhymes song comes on.
Right.
What is it that gets you at first?
For me,
Say it.
it's not really the beat
Oh, it's not really the beat,
It's
but the beat was the first thing that came out of your. What mouth?
because everybody would say the beat.
I asked you.
It's always the lyrics for me. So when Busta come out with that woo ha
I got you.
on the check,
Yep.
it's that initial. When Missy come out and say chicka.
You know why? You know why? You know why you don't agree?
Tell me.
Because you are not well versed in Missy's catalog. Dropping something.
I'm not well versed in Missy's catalog.
You can't be because you're talking about chicken. And what's the other thing you said?
Missy lyrically doesn't have the capabilities of withstanding a Busta Rhymes.
But you just said
She
matching
can't
energy.
stand the rain. Is what you're saying?
That's the slowest.
Man. It's gonna be hard to balance the Busta Rhymes. He gonna come out with that. Then he gonna come out with
You got one. He'd be like, but
it's-
he's
it's-
sweet though.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. But I would love to see it though.
Think that's the bottom line.
I
Come
would
on,
love to
versus
see it. I would love
Missy
to see
Elliott
it.
and Busta Rhymes.
Missy got some songs where she rap fast like that. I just can't pinpoint them.
Me neither. I don't know
Missy
the
has
titles. Like
never
I'm bad. I'm
been like
horrible
a-
on titles.
You pull it up. I know Missy never been no rapping fast type person.
She got some stuff, and
She-
it's kind of low.
Yeah, I mean, Missy catalog is very. I don't think no woman in hip hop probably can come after Missy. Not even like
Okay, see, I disagree with you there.
Give me a woman that can come after Missy.
Because now you're going to talk about lyrics. Let's talk about MC Light. Let's talk about like Queen Latifah. Let's go. Rest
they-
in peace. What's my lady name? Left Eye. When she was around. Bring
But-
it up.
But you think their energy can? I mean, the only person Missy might be on the planet by herself is like women. I wouldn't call it. She a rapper.
She might be. I don't want to compare her and say this like that, but she kind of like the female Buster, damn near.
That's what I'm trying to say. So when you say matching energies, that's what I'm talking about. So when you're talking about lyrically speaking, like you, I'm like, okay, who lifting the culture up? You know what you talking about?
Missy doesn't do that.
But Misty,
She
you don't
doesn't
have
do
a-
that.
Missy don't lift the culture. Missy doesn't have any positive like.
Oh, you mean lifting the culture up as far as you talking about? You just talking about Black Power
Like
and just like
free black people and stuff
Afrocentric
like that.
and,
No.
When you
Pan Africanism.
when you listen to when you listen to
I mean, because what
music,
thing? How,
No,
how
right,
does she
that's
not
what-
lift the culture up? Because she, I
Right.
mean, she.
if you wake up in the
Every
morning,
video that she makes is literally classic. Every video she has is iconic. It's nothing. No video.
gonna
None of her
talk-
videos is the same.
we talking about lifting up.
You're losing, Dave.
When you talk about lifting up,
Okay, well, we're talking about your definition of lifting up.
how do we get? If I lift you up and say, Mark, you are a great person. You inspire me. You do this, Mark. You're loving. That's lifting up. Missy,
Okay, so hold on,
Missy usually
brother.
doesn't do that.
Buster doesn't do that all of the time either.
Buster
so
does that. Buster have songs that lift you up.
and Missy does too.
Okay.
But that's not her entire catalog.
I'm just.
I'm just
So
saying.
what you're saying is Missy has no motivational songs. She has nothing to, no positive songs, nothing to lift you up, nothing to motivate you.
No.
you a hater.
He's not well versed in
No,
Missy's catalog.
He's a hater.
once we get off this, once we close it down, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna be back next week,
We're gonna research.
and we gonna research. That's all I'm gonna do, because I don't know any upliftment of music that Missy
Give
be
me
like.
one of Buster. Give me one.
You got none.
Woo-ha!
Got you all in check.
I got you all in check.
That's not uplifting. That's that's damn near a battle song. That's about having somebody in check.
Listen. If you listen to
He said
majority,
"woo ha" is a
I got you
motivational
all.
song.
Come on, go
And he,
ahead.
like, I'm waiting for the logic behind this.
Up-
Come
Yes,
on with it.
I'm talking about upliftment. If you listen to
Where you
something-
feel good.
yeah, Missy music don't make you.
Bro, come on.
Well, I guess
Just-
it depends on the
come
person, right?
bruh.
It depends on the
Come
person.
on.
Just like I thought Dennis Rodman was beautiful, right? It depends on the
Inside.
person.
Beauty's
No,
in
no.
the eye of the beholder.
But you kept saying inside though. I ain't talking about it.
But the point is, you're right. Because you're right within yourself. But I'm just saying, millions of people would enjoy watching that versus.
Okay.
And so then again, we'd all be
Oh
winners.
my goodness, I got Big Bro on here. Big Bro say, "Don't do my baby Riri like that."
Who is that?
Jerome.
Hey,
Big
Big
Boom.
Brother.
I'm gonna fall back on that.
No, Jerome, you ain't got to get him. I got him.
I'm gonna fall back on that and everything. But yeah. And have you been in the Tesla before? You been in the Tesla before, Mark?
No, can't say that I have.
Kind
Not
of
that I can
nervous
remember.
to get in one of them.
Abdul.
Especially not if it's driving by his damn
That's
self.
what I'm
Hell no,
saying.
I'm not getting in that damn thing.
I'm gonna go talk about this maybe about like 5 seconds, with 3 minutes. Abdul has a Tesla.
It looked so pretty and bright in that
I
video.
need one of them.
You get one.
I looked at the price. I might have
Don't
to get
look at the price.
I might have to look at one. The one that he has. No. It's about 39,000.
That's not bad.
No. For me, that's it's one for 39,000. It's one for 59,000, and then it jumps up to 79.
It's
then,
levels.
and then 100.
It's-
Yeah,
it's levels to this,
See,
yeah.
but I'm gonna go right there at that baby level. So at that 39,000 that he got. When I got in the car, first of all, it doesn't have a brake on it.
What?
Yeah. Fuck
See,
me
Mark.
up.
Mark, look, that's what I'm saying. So you like, you ever gotten in one? No.
I never got in one. But when I got in this car, I was blown away. First thing I got in the car, I'm like, man, what's this car right here? He gets in the car, he unplugs it because he got to charge it.
Mm-hmm.
So once it starts up, you don't even know it started because it's running off
Right.
of electrical.
Mm-hmm.
And so it bags up and go, that's it. And when you want to make it go fast, you pull it forward, and it takes off.
Like
and,
a hoverboard out this
Yes.
joint.
And you know how you smelling, I'm in it for about 20 minutes. You know how you smelling fumes, or you don't smell any of that. And all my equipment that I have is electrical. So it doesn't run off gas. So I'm looking at this car like, this is my car. And so we driving, it goes from 0 to 70 like in 2-3 minutes. I'm like, I need this car. And like I said, it doesn't have a brake. It stops on its own because on the monitor, it has the cars within 1 to 20 feet. And it has the screen, and it got a little thing where it shows the cars, and then it has the map, and it has the time, and then so I'm blown away. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, God put me in this car so I get this.
So is there like an emergency brake?
It
Gotta have an emergency.
Gotta have a break.
it stops on its own.
I get that, and I'm really showing my ignorance, but
It
does it have an emergency?
It doesn't
brake?
have an emergency brake.
It gotta have an emergency.
doesn't
brake.
have an emergency brake.
I'm Googling.
Yeah, please do. It does. The thing about this car, everything is kind of like electrical to the point where, like, if you was to get into it, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing, and so I'm in it. I'm like, wow. And if you was to like sway out your lane, it'll jerk you back. Like, what you doing? And if you wanted to have it driven by yourself, it's 10 racks. You pay $10,000, it would drive your, like, I was like, hell no. Abdul pulled it up and was like, it's like 9,000 such and such. After that, it's like $10,000 to drive.
Hold up, like you pay for it right then, like a la carte, like you already riding. Like, I don't feel like driving right now.
Let me. And once
Download an
you
app?
play you download the app. Once you pay the $10,000, you good.
Okay, so it does say the Tesla has an emergency brake.
This car didn't have a
Wait a minute, no minor car. There's a parking brake. But it's still something. I'm just saying for my own safety.
You have to trust this car.
You gotta trust the Lord driving on that Tesla.
See, now
I mean,
we're
I like Teslas. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just
You
saying.
like that part, didn't you, Dave?
No,
Trust the Lord.
no. Not in no Tesla. Just get in, let's go. But like I said, when I got in this car, I was blown away. I was like, I need this car. It's like you say, it's levels. I need this car. And like I told you, she will research. Look what she's doing. Research, and research.
I'm literally scrolling out like,
But that
2019 is it. Go ahead.
But that Tesla is the shit.
That's
I
crazy.
need that. So we drove it from Connecticut to New York. We had to stop because we had to charge the car up. It took us 10 minutes to charge the fuel the car back up.
That's not bad at all.
And it's $5,000 to have this portable charger at your house to charge it up. So, you pull up in your house and everything, you at 30%, you charge it up during the night and you good. And that was the furthest Abdul has driven the car from Connecticut to New York because I showed up unannounced and his wife is mad at me and people looking at me like he just got out of the hospital.
What's her name? I love her. What's her name?
Dayshell.
Dayshell, side
Dayshell
eye.
Muhammad.
Congratulations, Dayshell, on standing up because you're the bomb.
I shouldn't have showed up like that. We went to a versus, just 40,000 people in the thing. Abdul masked up. She looking like, he ain't been around that many people. I'm like, dude, you got a body. You good. Let's go. Let's go. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. We in the building. So thank God nothing happened and everything. And Karis One represented and everything, especially when we did the Bridge is Over.
The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
And
Phone lines are open, ladies and
oh
gentlemen.
yeah, most definitely. If you're trying to get a Tesla, or you're trying to help me get a Tesla, you welcome to call in and everything
You about to start a GoFundMe.
quickly.
Don't do it.
And while I was there, caller, how you doing? And who is this?
This is G. Scott, man.
G. Scott in the building.
What up, dude?
What's up, sis? I'm so glad to see you. Welcome back to the D. I know you married and all, but on some real shit, she was like my first crush.
Oh my God,
Goodness.
confessions.
She gonna kill me for that but I'm just saying.
You said what? G? Say it again.
Don't say
G.
it no more.
I said, please don't kill me for that. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm pleading the fifth
crazy,
on
but-
saying it ever again. But
I was like a boy
Oh.
back then, though. That's crazy.
nah, it. You know what? It was her smile that had me, bro. I was just like, oh my god.
I was like a little boy smiling a lot.
But
When I
like,
was little.
hey G, but like I told her for a long time, it was a little boy. But then when she got into like the 10th, 11th grade, a couple dudes I had to like, detour like, bro, you can't come back on the block no more.
I didn't even
Fuck off the
know.
block.
Like, y'all should have told me. My confidence would have been up so high. Like I didn't know.
Oh man.
No, thank you. I
Hey,
appreciate
but,
you all.
But on the versus part, Mark, how can you say you wouldn't ride with Busty? Do you remember when Buster came out with the scenario? When he
Wait,
did
hold on, wait.
Come on,
Did
clarify,
did
Mark,
you say?
clarify.
Did you say? Wait a minute. Did you say that I said I would not ride with Buster?
that you don't think Buster I think it was like you don't think Buster's energy or something. I don't know how, because my phone was acting up, so it did that little.
I didn't say nothing
Miss-
towards Buster. I was saying what I was saying to Dave was because he was saying that Missy was not a good comparison for Buster.
Like I think Missy is in a way. Her energy to me is live, but Buster, his energy is just.
Oh, I didn't say by
Like-
a long shot that Missy would beat Buster.
Oh, okay.
By a long
Okay.
shot. I didn't say that. I said that that's the best comparison. It was a rumor. I
Right.
guess it was a little post or something that was going around about those two being in the verses, and I felt like that would be epic. With the conversation of verses, when people brought up Busta Rhymes and when people brought up Missy Elliott, it was hard to find somebody that would go against those two. So I think that would be the perfect two to go against each other. I mean, they have the best match of energy in the industry. Now, who else would you match Busta with energy wise? Who else would you match Missy with energy wise? But them each other. Kanye West, no. We can flush that down the toilet, Dave. That's not gonna
First
happen.
of all, Kanye, I think he on drugs to get with that dumbass haircut he got.
See,
you know,
see?
He just exploring himself.
that boy need Jesus. I swear he do.
Kanye is making a mockery of everything that is popular.
And culturally acceptable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what he's doing. He's making a mockery of everything, and I feel like it's a way of attempting to make people look stupid. 'Cause just like how he got them ugly ass shoes out here, now everybody's wearing them overpriced ugly ass shoes. It's like now we see people
Hold on,
getting
Mark.
these dumb ass haircuts.
Like you said, what's ugly to you
Uh,
may not be. All I know is what's ugly to you, Mark, may not be ugly to the millions that he's selling out.
Beauty is subjective, right, Miss Rodman over here, right? So
He's
that's what
selling
I'm
them
saying.
shoes
So,
out. Listen, if the dude can come out and sell
selling
them
them out.
shoes out, yeah.
You know why? You know why? Because
Why?
that's because people put value on anything that they see at a high price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't think that's genius by him?
No, it's genius for him as far as getting paid. Yeah, as far as getting paid and capitalizing, of course.
I think-
on the fashion tip, the shit is hideous.
I agree with Mark. 'Cause
Every
look at
piece
now,
of his shit
especially-
is hideous. And
Yeah,
what
look at
he's
the,
making a point of is like no matter what it looks like, if you put a high price on it, people will see value in it and they'll get it.
But
no
it's
matter
not-
how dumb it makes them look.
Mark, it's not you buying it though.
Of course,
That's
it's not
for
me.
everything too.
It's
Of course
not you. It's
Of
not
course,
you buying
because I'm
it.
not the dummy.
Right. It's the white kids are buying it. So he's not.
Nah,
He's not.
It's some knuckleheads that's buying it too. Don't just
Yeah, it's
put it all on
spread,
white
yeah.
kids. It's-
Don't
it's
say
some
that because I
dumbasses.
mean I buy rap music and more white people buy rap music than black people. So don't say that just because they buying it that it makes it good.
Now they buying rap music. They're not buying hip hop.
No,
You
they're not.
got to change. You right, but
So they're not buying KRS One. Yeah,
They not
yeah.
buying
no, some people
NWA.
are though.
But
White people not buying NWA back then. Remember, they
Well,
wasn't buying that. The rappers
buy
that
it
they
now.
were buying
yeah, they
was
buying it now.
Those children were
KRS One, they
buying.
buying it
or-
now.
Those children were
Yeah.
buying NWA.
That's why the
Absolutely
record
were.
company.
Absolutely were.
That's kind of like that's why the
Well,
record company
they could-
changed their whole idea and start targeting gangster rap. Because if I can make
Yeah.
one culture look bad and make it look bad for 20 years, and to the point where like, if I can have y'all talking about nigga, bitches, hoes, and how many women you had and all this, that's good. Just don't talk about me. Like I want to hear one rapper come out with a song called "Dissing the Jews."
Right.
They not gonna do that. Like come out and start talking about white women. White women is trash, and white women ain't got no
Hey,
ass.
so Mix-a-Lot tried that.
With Baby Got Back.
Yeah, so Mix-a-Lot tried that. It didn't do so well. So. No, it did. I take that back. But he's the only one that did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He commercialized that one. So.
Yeah. But no, I don't think they should come out, against their own people, because that's wrong, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I understand the point. I understand, in theory, what you're saying, Mark, you know what I'm saying, about Kanye, just kind of making a mockery of the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? I do hope the brother is well mentally, but I wouldn't dare.
Well.
But I wouldn't call him crazy. And a lot of times, I guess, like, if you think about the geniuses, whoever created the light bulb.
It's a thin line between crazy and genius.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not.
So y'all really
I just
think
hope
Kanye
that he's
crazy?
straight.
I think Kanye is special.
What,
I think Kanye is
Kanye-
fed up
to
with
me-
the BS of the of what's going on
The industry.
in the world
Yeah.
right
So
now.
Not only the industry,
and
yeah,
this
the
is the
world.
way it's acting. This is the way that it's
This is
coming
his
out.
way. Yeah, exactly.
so how do you?
I
So
feel-
how do you change it?
You don't change
Why
it.
do
It's
you
him.
change
Why
it?
do you?
That's
You don't
him,
change
yeah.
him.
No,
That's him.
I'm saying how do you change or disrupt
Change the world.
the world?
Your children talk
You
about it.
teach. You teach. Yeah. What they say? I believe the children of the future teach them well, but let them
I
lead
don't
the way.
believe. I don't believe that shit.
You don't believe the
No,
children of the
Mike,
future?
you
Why
got-
do you teach
So-
your kids the way you do, Dave?
Thank
What do
you.
What do you believe, then,
That was
Dave?
Mike J that said that.
You believe you the future?
Yeah. I believe that
And
I
that's
have
what-
to be
you
able
know-
to. And look, I'm gonna go left. I believe I got to
Dave's
be able to
already
burn
said
this
he's
bitch
the
down.
best dad in the world. So
Yeah,
you know,
most
of course
definitely.
Dave
Or do you have to
believes
install
himself.
into your kids? Because guess what? If you was gonna burn it down, you'd have been in the position to do it right now, Dave. And you're not there, right?
I have to.
So you have to install into your kids to get into the position of where you
But
didn't
your
get
ki-
there.
but
You
your
didn't get there.
But your kids is gonna be an example of you. If you not trying to burn this bitch down,
Okay.
your kids not gonna burn it down.
Okay, well, I'm saying you have to install that into them because guess what? You ain't gonna do it by yourself.
See, here it goes back.
Oh,
Look,
Third eye.
look, it
That
goes
third eye.
back.
Here go
Yes,
Mr.
third
Save the
eye.
World,
It-
Super
it
Dave.
go-
I
it
done
goes back.
activated
Third
Super
eye.
Dave. Here comes Super
Hey,
Dave.
Mark, there
personally.
you go.
Me personally, I think I can save the world.
See? Super Dave. I need a damn sound effect.
I was gonna say,
like with a
I think-
cape. Somebody
You got
lifted it.
something there,
Yeah,
Mark.
yeah,
You
yeah.
I
got
think
to-
I
yeah.
can burn this world down
But
Now-
why you want to? Okay, talk
Boy.
about it.
because if
Not if you're not trans financial, Dave. You can't do it.
If we see,
If you know
When
what.
you with that word
Trans
trans
financial.
again.
Okay.
Oh, he
It's
hate
not
that.
you.
I'll break that down
It's
in a
not
minute
you
for him.
trans.
Yeah. You know, see, look, see how you just throw him all the way off?
anything with trans, I'm fading off of it.
He
Third
my
eye
brother,
got him
Chris.
again.
I'm
This
trans
is
financial.
ridiculous.
Dave won $1 billion. He trans financial too. He just in denial.
No, I'm really not. 'Cause
You in denial.
if
You
it's-
said, let,
Hey,
do you, Dave, wait, do you want $10 billion?
I want.
I want it
trillion,
too.
10
Trillion.
yeah,
I want it.
yeah, I'm-
Right. You feel like you deserve that,
No,
right?
no. I'm supposed to get it.
Yeah, right.
But I'm not
That's
gonna be
what
no. But I'm not gonna be no transformer.
You trans financial. Dave.
I'm not gonna be no
Here's
transformer.
here's my theory behind that because she might not be familiar with it, so I got to break it
I
down.
love this podcast.
Right, so here's I got to break it down, right? Because we have all of these. We got the transgender.
Watch this.
We have the transracial. Okay, we have the transabled. Okay, we have the trans, all kind of different people who identify as what they identify. We have to respect it, right?
Okay.
So why can't I be trans financial?
Okay.
You
Okay,
gotta be
I believe I
So-
believe I come from royalty. Do you not believe you come from royalty?
What
We
trans
do,
got
I
to
do,
do with
yes.
that?
Right. So
Right, I was about
give
to
me
say
the
that.
finances that reflect that.
Why you
I
gotta be a
believe I was
transformer,
born-
though?
I was born
But why you
in
gotta
a
put
because
trans
guess
in it,
what?
Mark?
Because I don't want it because that's the path to get in, right? I'm not
So
like
if
if you
the-
can't beat them, join them, right?
So
Let's add on
see
to
what I
it.
mean? See. So when I say I
It's
can
a lot
save
right
the
there in
world,
a little, yeah.
Yeah, he don't like that. He don't
No,
like that
no,
trans.
because I'm not trying to conform. See, Mark is trying to conform to the world. If the world
I ain't
transforming,
conforming.
You
I'm
said be like
finding a loophole.
it's no
to
loophole.
get what I want. It
Once
is a
you go
loophole.
down that rabbit hole, you have to do what they do. So we gonna keep it 100. If they getting banged raw,
Bruh.
You got to get banged, Raw
time
Mark.
out.
Wait.
I'm not old enough for
Time
this.
out. Time out.
Are
Now
the
you went left
trans
with it.
age people getting banged?
Yes, they're getting banged
They're not
raw.
getting
Yes,
banged.
they
Trans,
are.
trans age.
Trans age
no.
people who identify as a different people is grown as adults who
Getting
identify
banged.
as being babies, so they live their lives as babies, and ain't got nothing to do with
And
sex.
so as you get older, you get banged. Am I
Okay,
right?
so pause.
Yeah.
What about
All
Rachel
right.
Dozier, the one that was transracial and shit and identified as being black, was the head of the NAACP for years?
Okay,
it ain't have
so-
nothing to do with getting banged. It was her race that she was.
Because my mind is open, right?
Right.
So Mark is saying,
Wait.
She got the
Wait a
third
minute,
eye.
wait a
Oh, she
minute.
trans.
What you got,
She trans. She trans financial too. I got her.
Wait, hold on, sis. Before you even go there, let me say my piece so I get out of here because again, it's going left. Dave, man, you my dog for being up at the Mecca, dog. I was saying all about that shit. I was like, this nigga is up there. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Listening to KR, there's one of the, to me, who I felt like who was a originator of putting basically, how you put it, the battle rapping together. So I was like, man, I couldn't believe Dave was there. But go ahead, sis,
With
do
the
your
7
thing.
Mile
I'm
Radio
out.
jacket on.
Yeah, that was sweet. That was
Yeah, that
sweet.
was real dope.
That was epic right there. That was
All right.
dumb.
I know.
You know you would do it.
Hey,
do it.
shout out to Dexter Alum. I was gonna try to get some gear, but he'll
Yeah, I
be here
gotta
tomorrow.
do that too.
But so what I was gonna say
Thank you, G.
is that I
Peace
hear
out,
what
y'all.
yeah,
All right.
peace Mark, peace Greg. What Mark's saying is, to my understanding, the way that I understand it, is that you are basically speaking those things that be not as though they were. So the trans and you're identifying with what I already got, but you ain't tangibly got it. You know what I'm saying? So those trans genders and trans age and all this other
Able.
stuff, transable, they're performing in a way that is not them when you look at them necessarily. So if you look at them, strip them down, right? Take off all the makeup, all the hair, all the whatever.
Then bang them.
No, like this is how they were created, out of the womb. And this is how they grew up naturally.
Right.
But that's not what they want to identify with. Because
Now the
deep
world
down
has to
inside,
respect what they identify as.
So this trans financial, even though you don't like the word trans,
That's what it is.
you're stepping into a reality that the world is not necessarily looking at you as. And so not only are you stepping into that reality that you've created for yourself, now you want other people to respect you as such.
What's the difference?
So why do you, if you're going to go with what the world's terminology is,
That's what they
I
honoring
ain't
nowadays.
going with it. I'm just saying
that's
to get
what
an
he's
understanding.
doing.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. Like if the world is kissing,
But no, so you take it and you
Oh.
do with it what you please. You know what I'm saying?
Why-
Like you make it your own.
okay, but why do you have to use? See, Mark is using the trans because the trans is the key to get in.
You would be you now.
what's
now I
hot
see.
right now.
Go ahead, caller. Who is this and where you calling from?
Okay, this is Tiff, and I'm calling from the car. What's going
All
on?
right, guys.
Tiff calling from the car. We miss you, Tiff.
Yeah.
Hey Tiff, I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you. What up?
Right, I wanted to be there. My kids just, they don't have babysitters. They
Super mom.
they
Don't
be-
worry
yeah,
about it,
they
Tiff. We
Clap
love
her
you.
up. Clap her up. Come
Clap
on.
her up.
now.
We love you, Tiff.
I love y'all. Okay, two things. First of all, I think Busta and Missy complement each other.
Yes. Agree with
In
you.
the sense that, first of all, I don't think that they don't take themselves too seriously to be goofy. So that's one thing. The other thing is Busta's whole new album, the Extinction Level Event, is nothing but positive. It is very pro-black. It is very, very pro-us. And then the
And
other
he, but
thing
see, he
is-
didn't know that though, because he ain't listened to the last album.
I listen.
I need you
You
to
ain't
listen
listen
to
Hold
to the
on,
last
stop,
album.
hold on.
I
Busta
need you to
Rhymes.
listen to it.
That album I didn't like. I always said the
That
Busta
album
Rhymes
Oh, that's
owe
is
me.
dope as fuck.
Oh, Busta
That
Rhymes
album is
owe
dope
me
as
another
fuck.
album. That Extinction.
No, Extinction Level Event 2. That album is dope as fuck, first of all. So we not gonna shit on that album because I listened to that on the record.
He owed me another album, Tiff.
Okay, well then Jay Elect owe me another one.
Okay. And that's a classic. But go ahead, Tiff. I'm listening.
It ain't no damn classic.
That's
that
a
album
classic.
was
Go ahead,
garbage.
Tiff. I'm
It was
definitely
garbage.
listening
I
to
found it in my toilet.
you. Okay.
Anyway,
She's out.
so, and the other part about it was, we got to be trans. We got to be trans financial. We can be trans financial.
You see how
and
he-
Look, he like this. Like, yeah.
I know he's making a face.
I ain't gonna be
We
no transformer, but
transfinancial.
go ahead, Miss Tiffany.
We transfinancial.
Okay.
We in this together.
Okay.
And let me say this too, though, with the trans financial thing. Since you saying it too, you put another voice on it. Is it? So it's some action behind it. So I guess like once you put
Tell
the
me
action
the
behind
action.
it, that's
Tell
what.
me the
so
action.
then it's like okay.
Because
so,
when you
yeah,
talk
what are we
about
doing?
tranny,
Right. So it's going from
You like a
one thing
homophobic.
to
You the
another.
true homophobic, man.
He
God,
Like,
my
is
brother
a
was gay. I
true
couldn't be. My
homophobic.
brother was gay.
but you
Okay,
scared
well,
of
he
the
is
word.
a
No,
true
that don't mean that. But you
transphobic.
get
He's a transphobic. That's what it is.
Transphobic.
He's not homophobic.
Transphobic.
He's
Either you gonna
transphobic.
speak. Words carry. Words carry.
man, trans ain't got. See, my thing is like
Words.
you can't separate the
So
word
this what
trans
I'm
from
gonna do.
being anything
No,
this-
sexual.
but what he doesn't
That's your
understand
problem.
is trans means from one place or from one thing
As
to
Fresh
another.
House Promotion
That's
says
it.
on YouTube, the word trans means on or to the other side of.
That's it.
That's their definition. All I know is
No,
tranny.
I think that's Webster. I think
But
Webster
see,
did that.
you equate it to what the world says a trans.
You
You
can't-
can't detach
You
it from being a
can't-
transsexual
What I'm saying is, Mark,
because that's the way it was introduced to you.
You can't come up with
And you
another terminology, Mark.
No.
Remember we had trans.
Why you
and
can't?
No.
You're not
Because
smart
this is
enough,
what we
Mark.
talked about.
Smart. Oh, see now we got to throw the insult in there. You
Listen,
see that now I'm not
Tiff,
smart enough, right?
Mark, y'all not smart enough that y'all can come up with another
You're not
word.
smart enough to
I came up
understand
with one,
how
and I
that
put it
works,
in the
and you're
chat.
afraid of the word.
You- I
can't
You're
remember
afraid
what
of a
it
word, Dave.
Word. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Let me call you dumb for 20 years. What you gonna be?
First of all, you're not gonna call
Dumb
me
means
dumb.
dumb. Trans doesn't have nothing to do
I'm
with sexual.
asking you, Tiff, Mark. If I call y'all dumb for 20 years, what will you be?
Starting from a baby.
Guess what?
Starting from a baby.
Guess what? If you call me dumb,
think
that
you
doesn't
do.
that doesn't make me dumb.
Words.
Hold on, wait. No. At the end of the
But
day,
see,
here it
he
is.
can't
It's
because
what
the
I
reason
feel
why
like
that
I
makes sense
am.
is because he can't
listen,
detach
listen.
trans from
But
sexuality.
but he's
From
basically
sexual.
saying what you just said. So if I come up a certain way, right? So that's his reality. You know what I'm saying? And
he was
then,
introduced to it that way, so
and
that's
so-
what that's just what it is.
Because
right,
I
and
know
so like
by
when you,
default.
and then too, like why do you have to conform to something else? Why can't I just be my authentic self and just get this whatever I got coming to me, this mind anyway?
Oh no, you gotta explain the rest of it to her, Mark. You ain't give her all of it. You gotta give her all of it, dude.
I think Mark tried to give her all of it and everything.
Well, give her the
And you
part that I didn't give her if
interrupted.
I messed up because I'm off the third eye.
That's
so
where
what-
we get
said
to
I'm off
walk
the
in the
third eye.
bank. We tell them we trans financial, and then we get the bread.
Tiff, that's
Hold on, hold
called 20 years to life.
Alexander say words don't make
Oh well,
you.
no. See, no. Yeah, that's the thing, because that's what I said. Just when I walk in the bank with my $100 check, then just honor me as what I identify as. Just no different than when you walk into the stadium. You want to go into the bathroom. You were born with a penis, but you identify as a woman, so you want to walk in the girl's bathroom and be respected as what you identify as.
Okay, so did this. So you go in the bank, you got your $100 check.
Right.
Is it just a respect thing? Like you don't want them to laugh at your $100
Nah,
check?
they
No.
gotta
I
add
want
them
them to
extra
honor me
zeros
for
on
what
there.
what I feel like I am.
Because you
Right.
I'm a billionaire.
Because you coming in as a transformer, so they
But
want
hold
you
on,
to
I don't get
baby.
it though. So like if I'm going in, I got this $100 check.
They
You
got
just want them to be like,
on the back
"Welcome,
of it.
Mr. Mark." You know how, or do you want them to add some more zeros? What you
Yeah.
say?
Put the rest of the zeros in my account, just like no different
Like
than you
they-
would put the vagina on my balls.
I'm not doing
First of
that.
all,
I got a business. You
When
want me to
you
give
say
you
it-
my
listen. And then
when you
look,
say it like
But
that,
see,
it
but
sounds
listen,
Look, Tim
really
said when
okay,
you say it like that-
but see, listen, no, when someone goes into the doctor's office and says, "I have a penis, make it a vagina," they don't say, "I'm not doing that." It's way easier to put them extra zeros in my account than it is to chop my dick off.
Why are they saying they're not doing that? Talk about it. Who's
Well,
getting
as
the
far as
money?
the money?
Yeah,
Hey,
they
hey,
get paid to do it.
go.
you say what, Tiff?
She
Oh
take
no,
care
I
of
was
the
putting the
Oh,
kids
so
in the
that's
house.
what it's at the end of the day. It's about. So the transgender thing is being pushed because there's money to be made behind it.
If you're talking
Of
about the
course.
world system, now I have no disrespect to those people who are
No
trans.
different,
You know,
no, most definitely.
because I honestly love the person.
Gotta
Come
watch
on,
you.
Dave.
I gotta
Yeah.
watch you in the words.
I love the people.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I really do love the people,
Because
but
Alexander said the same thing. Look, he's saying words don't make you who you are. If I
No.
call you something that goes against,
You damn sure words don't make you who you are. Who you are makes you who you are. So that's why.
okay,
yeah,
so So once again,
No, but
if
I think they
So
can
if I
lead
can't
you
be a
down
billionaire,
particular
the woman
path.
shouldn't be a man.
if I call you,
But you can be a billionaire,
Okay.
just like the woman can become a man.
No, but we want to do it as easy as they do it, and we
See.
want people to just
Yeah,
accept
exactly.
it.
I want to be.
You
I want
gotta-
to flip a
You-
switch, just
Right.
like they do.
Listen.
But look, they had to go pay for that.
listen,
So
So
I gotta
there's a
pay to
price-
be a
They,
billionaire.
they
There's a
just
price
be
to pay to
walking out
become a
here talking about,
billionaire.
Okay, so
I
how
feel
much?
like a man.
5,000.
no,
That's the same thing.
no, it's
5,000. I'm a billionaire.
5,000.
Hey,
Or,
whatever your investment
Transbank
is gonna
Finance.
get you. I don't know.
or you can bend over and let somebody give you 5,000.
Dang, why you keep going there?
Because-
Because when you go there, Dave, you take away from the point.
We're talking
Yes, he
about
does.
trans.
He don't realize
You
that.
take away from the point.
Because,
Take away from
because
the
for
point.
Dave,
They
it's
got the
all
point.
about sex.
The point of what,
No, 'cause
Dave?
it's not.
The point of the penis. We don't want that point, Dave.
You're the
You know what I'm saying?
whenever you're dealing with a European mindset.
How you know? Because you're not even a European.
No, when you dealing with Europeans
He
invented
watching
this
enough
trans.
Dr. Claude Anderson video.
Okay,
No,
well,
no,
listen,
no, no, no.
y'all,
This
I
is-
love
this-
y'all, and I gotta go feed the babies.
Love
I
you
love
Go
too.
y'all.
feed the babies. Go feed the
We
babies.
miss you
baby.
too.
Okay. Miss y'all too.
At the end of the day, I just watch my words. I don't use see Mark is trying to implement European terminology into him winning. There's no way you can win with that. Once you implement European mind words, trans, all right, bet. Everybody doing trans shit. I'm gonna jump in trans. I'm gonna jump in this trans line. But then when I get up there, I'm gonna tell them that I'm trans financial. They're gonna be like, what?
I can't believe y'all talking about this so deep.
Mark brought this up.
I can't believe y'all talking about this so deep.
I watch my words. Mark think this is a game where you can just.
But no, I do believe you
where
supposed
you
to
can
watch your words.
transform real quick. I'm gonna transform real quick, and then I'm gonna get this money. Then I'm gonna transform back.
But do you think he believes that for real?
Yeah, I think he believed that.
Well, so when Mark bring home the $1 billion, you've been supporting him. You
I
better
have
start
to-
supporting him
I
now
have to
because
watch.
we bring
Look,
it.
once he bring that $1 billion, I have to watch Mark's actions because Mark might have a little. Mark might have.
I think you should go to your next point. What's your next bullet point?
I'm just saying, watch them words, man.
I do believe you need to watch your words, but I can't believe y'all just talked about this for 20 minutes. It's crazy.
Mark talked about this though, but I love it though. I love it though.
Crazy.
The shooting that happened the other day with the kids.
Shit, which one?
I know, man.
I didn't like the one.
You didn't like the one that
Which
desensitized living
This
here.
Right.
This-
that one.
this particular one with the family was at the gas station.
I heard about
and,
that.
And they ran up on him and shot it. And I know you know about that, Mark, because you probably got more detail in depth about
yeah.
that. Hurt my heart. And then they had the nerve to be like, when we on TV and something happened to us, they show us. When they're on TV,
They showed the body.
no, they showed the baby. Like they showed the car getting shot up. It was at the gas station. I think the family was at the gas station and some men came up and they shot the car up and the baby was in the back seat. The baby didn't get hit.
Oh, the mom was actually holding the baby.
Yeah. That hurt me. I'm like, and
So
cause,
the story that I hear behind that was, in fact, that there was some type of rivalry going on in the neighborhood between the dude and some other guy, who he had an altercation with maybe, I believe, a week before at a gas station across the street. Had a fight with him and got the best of him. Right, so he, I guess, is they from the neighborhood, and he frequents the gas stations right there. They're both right across the street, so he just so happened to seen him sitting up there doing whatever he was doing. Him and this girl was sitting in the car, and they
Just
snuck
got
up on him,
man. That's
and
so crazy. So that's what I'm saying. When you say change the world, and I say, it starts with your children, like, and not just your children, but like think about the way we were raised, like our block. Like, and you came on saying like you didn't really know what to call me, like your sister or whatever. Like, that's how it is, like that's how it is for real. Because, like, your mother could whoop me, my mama could whoop you, Miss Cheatham could get me. You know what I'm saying? Miss Yule could get me. Like, I can name so many other women and men who could put you in check.
yeah.
Even the dads who wasn't there,
Yeah.
but they would be coming back on their block. Like, you knew everybody's dad, right? And so what's that proverb to be like, it takes a village to raise a child?
yeah.
Like, that's not some sucker stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's important that we watch what we put in our children. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even trying to get on no soapbox or nothing like that, but Like they are products of us. And so if you cussing your child out, ask yourself where they got it from.
Yeah.
Where they got that idea to do. Don't get me wrong, toddlers gonna be toddlers, kids gonna be kids.
Yeah.
But if your child, your daughter, your 7-year-old daughter turn around and cuss you out,
I hate to see parents cussing their kids out at an age where they're before they even understand what the hell
understand.
that the parent is saying to them. They don't understand the kid. So now you're teaching them that like they don't know that it's a bad word because you're
Right.
saying it to them so frequently and so prominently
And-
that it's burning into their vocabulary. So now
So
they
much
3-year-olds,
aggression.
4 years
Especially
old,
when you out in
and
public.
they reflecting it back to you and saying it back in public, right? And that's a like in public.
That's tough when in public.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
it couldn't be me because I once again, I'm thinking I'm the greatest dad in the world. I check parents when they do shit like that. I ask them like, come on, man, not in front of me. Like if you gonna cuss your parent, like if you gonna cuss your
Cuss
kid
kids
out, don't do it in front of me because I'm gonna check you. And majority of the times, like if it's majority of the time it's women.
But hey, I was gonna say that. That's why I just
And
said
it's
parents.
sad.
I was gonna say that. But you know what? We live in a day and age now that you know what I mean. You're wrong for checking a parent, not only
have
for
to
when
check
they're,
that woman.
but guess what? Not only that, right?
Yeah.
If you see a kid acting up in public,
I
out with the parent, and you check the kid, or you're wrong, it's like they're gonna give you backlash.
I try to-
and that is like we reached a place in the world where nobody is forced to be held accountable for their bullshit.
Caller, how you
What's
doing?
going on, caller? Who's this, and where you calling from?
Okay, it's Tiffany. I'm calling back. So
Hey, Tiff.
okay, so first of hey, I love y'all still again, whatever. So y'all talking about something that I really want to chime in on real quick. So first of all, the cussing your kid. Go ahead. First of all, the cussing your kid out part.
Do you do it, Tiff?
I cuss at my kids. I don't cuss my kids out. So
Do
you'll
you
never
do
hear
it-
me
hold
call
on,
them
Tiff,
stupid.
do you do it around anybody though, Tiff? Like
What do
in
you mean?
public, like in public.
I don't change my verbiage for anybody anywhere.
So you do it
So
in
if I tell
public
you to go sit
sometimes,
your
Tiff.
ass down, that's what I mean.
Well, sit
But
your
would
ass
I
down.
ever call my kid a bastard, a bitch?
I was about to say that's a
yeah,
direct.
yeah,
That's something different. I said that's something different. It is. you know.
Nah.
It is. And then another
Nah.
thing is, another X factor is like, are you saying it at an age where they're not even able to understand what it is you're saying it to them,
Yeah.
whether you was cussing at them or not?
Yeah.
We talking about 3 and 4 year olds, 2-year-olds. You know what I mean?
So I've seen parents who, I mean, I'm talking about they go hard in the paint. And yes, you do check those parents because you're wrong as hell.
Right,
So
right.
you can't call your kid anything. You know what I'm saying? Like if you calling you stupid little bitch, you act just like your daddy.
Yeah, yeah. In
That
public.
goes back to
Hold
but that
on,
goes back to
motherfucker.
words though.
Yeah, in
like
public.
that goes back to
Yeah.
the words. And so like I know we want to detach and be like, no, it's not. No, like you're embedding in them
Mm-hmm.
who they are to become.
Yes.
So if
Already.
that's what you're saying at 1 year old, at 2 years old for spilling the juice off the table, at 3 years old for picking up something at Walmart, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
then when they get older,
then that's what they kind
Subconsciously.
of vibe
Yeah.
with that. I agree. Now
know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
there was a study done in Switzerland. Y'all know I'm always talking about studies.
This why
Anyway,
you.
there
This
was
why
a
you need to be
study-
here too, Tiff. Go ahead. I'm
I
listening.
know y'all know I love y'all, but these kids need me. CPS don't come get me.
I got you.
So it was a study that was done in Switzerland. It was done on kids who were in an orphanage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these kids, one set of them, they didn't touch them, they didn't hug them, they didn't love them, they just fed them, changed them, and left them be.
Mm-hmm.
So they never really got that human element of contact and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those babies die. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We think that it's nothing that you can't, or it's no way that you can't put that love and effort and those good words and that touch and shit like that into your kids and make them a better person.
Right.
But obviously that's a lie because the other kids didn't. The ones who the nurses hugged and they held, and those other babies were sick and they died.
mm-hmm.
When you put bad shit or you don't put shit into your kids,
Mm-hmm.
they may not physically die,
Come on, Tiff,
but
say
they
it.
spiritually die.
Man.
You kill them on a whole nother level. So
Which
when
is
you
so
hear
much
me say-
harder, right?
Yes, because it's harder to come back from. Because
Right.
you grow up thinking you a dumb bitch. You grow up thinking you a stupid hoe. You grow up thinking whatever the fuck it was your daddy was that your mama said he was,
Yeah.
or your mama was that your daddy said she was, You grow up feeling like you are that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there is one of the most horrible deaths that you can die. Because you
Mm-hmm.
die at the hands of somebody who was supposed to love you.
Who was
Yeah.
And I
supposed
say
to
all
take
that
care
say,
of you.
Exactly. I love my baby. So there are things that I will never, ever say to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But will I tell him to go sit your ass down? Hell yeah. And
But
if
Tiff-
it piss me off, I'll put fuck on the front of it. Go sit your fucking ass down.
Yeah, but Tiff, you ain't finna call him no motherfucker, nothing like that, are you?
No.
And
I'm
that-
not going to change
It's a
their
difference
name
between cussing
to
at
suit my
them when you're
mood.
giving them a demand, and you're cussing at them when you're
Yeah.
insulting them and
I don't
disrespecting
like the
them as an
insulting.
individual.
Yeah, that's
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You wanna put the authority down or drive the point home of something that I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, versus because you may be a delinquent in that area. You know what I'm saying? I may need to put that kind of emphasis on what I want you to do. You know, and then maybe even put some little physical seasoning on it.
right.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm not
You
gonna.
have
But
to smack 'em up.
but to mentally disrespect your child and to break them down and to put them in a place mentally where they feel like you feel
Don't love
like you're
and
putting
or
them
care.
down and you feel so. No,
Yes.
you're supposed to be the one to lift them up at all times.
All the
Yeah.
time.
And even when they're wrong, you have to find a way. That's what being a parent is. You have to build them up
Right.
in a way where it's
All the
what we call raising.
Yeah,
You're lifting
yeah.
them up at
Yeah.
all times.
Yeah, and then making sure
Exact-
too, like I
exact.
think, like even with the women in the like as you get older, like I would never settle for a man to tell me to sit you ain't about to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
So I think even in that, although it's like I'm not calling you out your name, but the energy that comes behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like right now I'm homeschooling the girls, and it took my daughter today 3 hours to do a 13-question math test. She's 7 years old, right? The wording is so crazy and it's so involved and it's so deep. But in there, like midway through there, I almost wanted to shed a tear because I was like, am I failing her? Are they failing her?
No.
What's going on? Like, it's just crazy, bro. I was so frustrated. And it was the perfect space to be like, you need to do blah, 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 you know, whatever. But I got up. I had to get up and go outside. And when I was outside, I was like, okay, God, I don't want to let my daughter down. You know what I'm saying? But I had to separate myself from the situation because I do not want her to think that she cannot do it. I do not want her to think she can't come to me for something. I do not want her to think that I don't have, because patience, I'm learning, is even an action word. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, even in my frustration, like, I'm still trying to watch because none of my children come to me and be like, yo, such and such said blah, blah, blah to me in a disrespectful manner. No, you need to lead them alone.
Yeah.
So that means that I can't give that to them. You know what I'm saying? Even my husband and I, so I still think, you know what I'm saying? And we all working on us. It's a conscious effort, you know what I'm saying? But my dealings with the ones that I'm responsible for, like they gotta know, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I need about like 30 kids.
I got 5 of them, Dave. You don't want
Like
30.
no, I'm telling you, that's why I need, like, when I'm dealing with Dave and Beautiful, that's why I need kids. Everybody can't be like me, and I don't expect, because I go left. Tiff, I need at least 10 kids. If I got 10 kids, I can control. Like, I'm not saying control, but I can talk life into the point where they can take over this. Like, they can take over the city of Detroit.
But you can go grab some other kids.
I-
Not literally,
I
you know what I'm
am.
saying? But
Girl,
yeah.
yes.
I am.
Please tell them again.
Yeah.
Each one reach one.
Listen.
Matter of fact, each of us need to be reaching
Tiff
kids.
don't want to drop them kids
Right.
off over at my house. Please drop
Oh.
off.
What
Please.
the heck?
Look.
Don't play with
Tim
me.
say, don't threaten me with a good
I
time.
leave
Listen.
my kids with you, Dave.
The little, AJ, please drop him off.
Hey, Tiff, this
You
is on
know I
live.
leave my kids with
It's
you.
recorded.
This is recorded,
Now
Tiff.
don't
We
keep
was
that same
talking.
energy.
Hold on. We was talking about this last time. I told Tiff. Tiff was talking about, well, you need to show him how to change time. Please drop him off.
How old are the kids? How old are your children, Tiff?
So I
No.
have a 19-year-old.
No.
I have a
The little boy.
8-year-old and a 10-year-old. He's talking about my 8-year-old.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
talking about.
That's who he's trying to get his hands on. He's trying
Because
to get
Tiff
his
be
hands
talking
on the
about him all the
8-year-old.
time. He carrying stuff in the house for her and all that type
Aw,
stuff. Talking about,
He's
your
such-
muscles big. Knowing his muscles ain't big as hell.
Shut
but,
up.
but,
He do
Yes,
have
they
big
are.
muscles.
but Tiff is motivating and speaking life into him, which is a great thing.
Right.
I
Because
mean,
he fit. He's straight.
She said
he
he fit.
he do push-ups. Yeah.
Right.
He got big muscles. I wish y'all could see him.
Yeah, you told him you got big butt. I'm like, look at them puny ass thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
I need 50 push-ups right now.
Tiff, I don't know. You might be doing the right thing. Dave man had his
Drop
dad
him
like
off.
a ninja warrior out this joint.
Drop him. I
He
have him
is a
jump up
ninja
houses.
warrior. He be doing ninja moves all the time.
He be
Bad
doing that Rio shit, huh?
Yeah, well, you know what? It's crazy, and I'm gonna say this while I'm upping my son. I'm definitely upping my daughter. She over here making faces. I'm definitely upping my daughter because at the same time, she is incredibly intelligent. She's gonna be excellent in her dance class.
Yes. Get it, Moon. How old is she?
She's 10.
Yay.
Yeah, she's 10. Absolutely beautiful. You know, all the good stuff. You know. So, you leave my daughter alone. She acts like a young woman. Yes. She acts like a young woman, and she's growing into a young woman, and I see the change in her, and I love it.
Yay.
So, I love my baby. But at the same time, sometimes I tell them to go sit the fuck down.
Yeah. You said that don't take nothing away.
It don't take nothing from the love. Look, Amaria's over here talking about she never cusses us out.
Aww.
She doesn't. She never cusses us out.
But you know what
No,
that
I
speaks to?
don't
That
cuss them
speaks to
out.
like that overshadowing, you know, the fact that he can even interject right there.
Right.
It's love.
And they my besties, you know. So I give them all of me.
Yeah.
You know, even with my oldest son, I love him. I miss him, and I know that he's trying to find and figure out who he is in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And I might not like the way that he's going about it, but I do. I love my son.
Mm-hmm.
I love my son with infinite love.
Yeah.
And I don't care what it is that he chooses to be. I love him with infinite love. I want to guide them, but at the same time, you have to understand at some point they start to kind of reject your guidance, and you just have to let them live. And I was telling my sister that. I told her earlier today, well, my cousin, it's my sister cousin. I told her earlier
I got one
today,
too.
I'm like, you got a sister cousin? I
Yes.
told her earlier today, I'm like, so, you know, at the end of the day, the one thing that we have to be able to accept is we have to be able to accept that at some point our children are going to want to do them. And it's not a knock to you as a parent. It's actually accolades to you as a parent because they feel like you have prepared them enough for them to be out on their own and live life.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So,
Love you, Tiff, man.
I love y'all too.
And keep holding it down. And listen,
Yes, baby.
you always welcome to drop him off. Please.
When I drop him off, don't say nothing, Dave.
Please
Just
don't.
understand.
Please don't. All you gotta do is let me know when
Be
I'm
ready.
off. When I'm off, I got him. I got him.
All right. Look, Michaela love you now. She like, oh, you gonna drop Amari off? Oh, yeah.
Now you heard this, Mark, right?
I hear it.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna drop him off at your house next, Mark.
No, hey, wait a
He
minute.
going to
Hey,
everybody's
wait.
house.
No. See, Mark ain't gonna jump out there. Drop him off with me. I got him.
All
got
right,
him.
I'm with you.
I
I'm
got
with
him.
you. I'm with you. Click
I love
okay.
you, Tiff.
Oh, well, I love y'all. I'll holler at y'all later.
All right.
Okay, bye.
And what's the show again about, Mark? We talked about this in the beginning. I think we got
We said uplift. What was it?
Well,
Know thyself.
the topic about
Understanding yourself.
understand yourself. And I think the last, I think we had like 14, 13 minutes. The last minute,
About 15 minutes.
okay. D Cheese, did we talk about that?
No.
Knowing thyself. We had like a passing of a big brother in our neighborhood. Daryl's brother passed. Saturday. Andre, Dre, big brother. You know, and when D Cheese called me, he was like, Dre passed. Now I'm in New York, I'm hyped. I'm getting ready for this KRS One concert and everything. I'm running my mouth. I'm losing my voice. I'm just like got so much energy. D Cheese hit me and was like, "What up, Dave?" I'm like, "What's going on?" He like, "Dre passed." I'm like, "Nah, Dre ain't passed." He like, "Nah, got Dre passed." He like he passed in his sleep, and it hit me to the point where I'm like, damn. And I had to reflect on what Andre always told me. You know Andre, you know how Andre is. Andre, you know, he got life, energy, and everything. He would say some stuff that you be like, I don't know about that, Dre. But the one thing that I got from Andre, he was like, man, if I ever pass, that's why I'll never talk about that. He was like, man, when I ever pass, I need you to celebrate my ass, man. Don't be crying. Celebrate my motherfucking ass. I'm like, man, whatever, Dre. I'm like, man, you just talking. He was always emphasized, celebrate me. So when D Cheese told me that, it hit me and it hit my heart. I'm talking about like a teardrop. I'm like, nah, man. And I can hear Andre like, yeah, celebrate me. And so I'm like, man, when I get to that concert, fucking, I'm going to lose my voice even more. I'm going to be hype. I'm going to have energy for Andre. I'm going to get hype. KRS-One going to get hype. Big Daddy Kane going to get hype. The culture going to get hype for Andre because I'm in there. And it made me look like, it made me look at everything like, and we talked about this off the air, black men, and I'm just focusing because with black women are more, they're more
emotionally, I want to say not emotionally stable, but we have outlets.
Yes.
Yeah, we have outlets.
Black men sometimes do not like to.
We have permission
to have an outlet.
Outlets.
Yes. Black men sometimes do not or don't feel like they have an outlet or don't have permission to have an outlet. And I'm telling black men that you have to have an outlet. If you don't have an outlet, you got to find the outlet. You got to find that plug to interject, or you got to find somebody to talk to. So when I wake up in the morning at 5 in the morning, it ain't like I'm running just to be running. It be a lot of shit on my mind to the point where I have to either run that shit out of me for 30, 40 minutes, work out for 30, 40 minutes. And, you know, cats be like, man, you crazy. That'd be my outlet.
That's your space.
Yes. And for Andre to pass like that, the only thing I can do was one, like be hurt a little because I'm like, damn, Andre
Not a little
gone.
bit. Don't.
Well, a lot.
A lot, right?
But then I had to understand, like, I can't be selfish because God called him. And I have to understand that in the midst of him calling, I got to do my fact check. How much time did I spend with Andre? Did I listen to Andre? Did I let Andre, because Andre would talk. Did I let Andre talk my ear off to the point where I listened? And the thing that I kept looking at, Andre asked me to come on this podcast. He asked me like 3-4 times. I'm like, I got you, Dre. I got you, Dre. I got you, Dre. And I think I missed my blessing on having Andre on here. Just like you had Bree. That was your blessing. I missed my blessing, man. And sometimes we got to make sure that we don't miss our blessing because Andre asked me like 3-4 times. And I might have been moving too fast and didn't hear him. But I can definitely understand how Daryl, Mr. Cheatham, and them is feeling, man. It's just...
It's like I was talking to Jerome about it. And I was like, I feel like, especially the way we grew up on Sturdivant, it's like the part, just like we was talking about our words and what you speak to the kids and all this other stuff. Like everybody that you know and that you become close to you and that you allow to get in your space, like they literally, I feel like, become a part of you and your development, right? From that young of an age. And then when you get older or whenever that person leaves this side of the earth or leaves the earth, a part of you leaves with that person. It doesn't mean that you're not still whole or anything like that, but it's just like, so of course it hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, when you remember them, you reflect.
Right.
What did I do? So you and your hurt right now, that's a legitimate hurt, and it's your right to have that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And don't let nobody talk you out of it. But what I would like for you to do is on the flip side of that, understand the honor that you gave him while he was here.
Right.
Again, I think that comes from our upbringing. Like we had battles, we talked about each other, everybody on the block probably fought each other. But in the end, we still came back outside and we played again. Yeah. Like we were able to be our true, authentic selves around each other. Yeah. Like Dre didn't have to act like, you know what I'm saying? He was the black cowboy.
Yeah.
Dexter and Davidson, come on, like how's that happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A black cowboy legitimately. And he came over like a few weeks ago, or maybe like a month or two ago, but it was over the summer.
He sat on y'all porch for a long time.
And we was just kicking and laughing. But that's home, that's space, that's what you have, that's what you hold. And so even though that person is gone, no longer with you physically, like you carry that with them. You carry them with you, and you'll find yourself saying little things that person said, doing little stuff that person did. You know what I'm saying? So the characteristics of that person is still alive. You know what I'm saying? In you, so you honor that. And to me, I feel like that's a very proper way to grieve, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So we definitely, we all feeling it, felt it, you know, and then you think about his children, his grandchildren, the fact that he was a man's man. He has so many friends, and of course the guys that we knew too, and that we know, our brothers. But I feel like he ain't leave nothing on the table.
No, he didn't. Because at the end of the day, he would always say that. I think Jerome was telling me, because me and Jerome talked about. He talked about him doing it his way. He had that Saints Frank Sinatra song, "I Did It My Way," and for even that to come up with Andre, and then you got Marty's father's passing away, and then Marty's grandmother passing away.
I think he said his uncle too.
Yeah, I mean, it's to the point where, like, when I look at death, I look at death as like I wouldn't even call it death. It's like a transition of celebration. So somebody doing the transition, and then you celebrate. And then Mark's grandma passed. How old was she? 90?
94.
Come on, man.
94.
She rocked this boy out.
Yeah.
She's more than what, 19, like 19, 17, 19, 30 something. If you 90 something, she rocked this boy out.
Right.
So grandma lived a good life. Is she originally from Detroit, Mark?
Originally from Delhi, Louisiana.
Louisiana, down south. You know everybody in Detroit country.
Everybody's either from Mississippi, Louisiana.
Detroit country.
Yeah. And, and when you put your post up about your mom, your grandma, I was like, man, it's a celebration, because for that woman to be walking earth for 90-something years, and in the Bible, they had people that walk in earth
144.
Oh my God.
So, yeah.
300, 400 years and everything. It's like, how can you be mad? It's like the thing about it is, if you, like with Andre has been in my life for a long time. So what I do is I take what like the spirit of Andre, and I go into the world and I try to light this bitch up because of Andre, to show love with Andre. Like the stuff Dre do, now I got to implement it. And I told D Cheese, I'm like, man, you become Andre now. And I know D Cheese was hurt. Miss Cheatham hurt, Mike hurt, and everything. And you have to be able to spend time with people. And that's why the people in your life, you got to be able to put the differences to the side and just and love them for who they are, and build and just and kind of like capture moments that they put into imparted into your life and run with it.
And I'm gonna say this too, going back to understanding yourself. Like Dre was unapologetically himself. I'm assuming in order for your grandma to get to 94, she had to be unapologetically herself. You know, I'm sure he got like a ton of stories, right? You know, he just smiling, just lighting up, just thinking about it. That's what we owe the people that's around us. And as men, you're talking about your health. But don't be with somebody who not allowing you to be yourself. Don't connect with these women, or if you have a partner who not accepting you, even your friends, who not accepting you for who you are. Because if you could be you, then I could have a bad day. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to keep all of that bottled up in me. I got somebody who I could be like, yo, this happened today. It's crazy. I really don't want to talk about it, but let's do this.
Yeah.
Or it was so crazy and I really need to talk about it, and I know you ain't going to understand, but just let me at least just get it out. And that allows you to be able to get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? But if you with somebody who think you supposed to be like this, or your friends think you supposed to be like this, and then there's no outlet. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to Dre for showing us that people will love you, even if you a black cowboy out this joint. You know what I'm saying? Off Dexter and Davidson, but like ain't no love lost, and you had the total freedom to be, you know, who you are.
And nobody understood that black cowboy with Dre. I'd be looking like, why he got a cowboy hat on? Walking around with it like
in the
with
hood,
yes,
Dexter.
with a trench coat. But that was Dre. And either you rock with Dre or you didn't rock with him.
And you know what's crazy is like you ain't even like once you be like, man, he got a trench coat on and a cowboy hat. But then it's like, what's next? Like, what's up, Dre? What you know what I'm saying? Now I see you.
Yeah.
Like that's just show. That's whatever you doing, but I see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how.
That's that Dennis Rodman. You looking
That's
at
that Dennis Rodman. Come on, I told
seen
you I
inner
love people.
beauty.
That's his inner beauty. Yeah, inner and outer. You know what I'm saying? With my D Raj. Somebody share this with Dennis Rodman. And I got his autograph. And
Do you?
don't play. We was at the auto show
Damn.
in middle school.
Hey,
Dennis
you
Rodman.
still got it, don't you?
I think so. I think it's like in my shoebox.
I know she still
Oh
got it
my
somewhere.
goodness.
On the old sheet of paper, like the the brochures you used to get from at the auto show.
You went to Dennis Rodman at the Arlo show?
8th grade. Wow. 7th or 8th grade, yeah. They came to Winter Halter a couple times. I don't know how we jumped. Yeah, but
Dennis Rodman came to win Alter?
Dennis Rodman, John Sally, don't play with me.
They came to win.
Yeah, when it was the Bad Boys.
I didn't.
Assembly, you were gone.
I was at
You was probably
Southwestern.
gone.
But they came over there?
That's when I used to tell people I was a freshman, but I wasn't. I was still in middle school. Sorry, everybody. Yeah.
Boy.
Anyway, yeah. So anyway. But yeah, be you. Be you, and don't be with nobody who ain't gonna let you be you.
Hey. At the end of the day,
At
that's
the end of the
important,
day.
though. I love this podcast. This podcast has brought out like a lot of energy. And it was love, and it was learning about yourself. And at the end of the day, for me, this is a lesson learned, and I think it was opportunities to when blessings are at my door, I got to be able to like receive them. And I just for me, like, self reflection. Anybody else, if you got to be able to, when you see your blessing, you got to be able to grab it, take it, run with it. Because if you don't, you never know. You never know. When Andre came driving down the street on that motorcycle and we talked and everything, he was like, DB, man, when am I going to get on that podcast? I'm like, I got you, Dre. I got 1,000 things on my mind. I'm trying to dock 16 hours out. I'm trying to work out. I think I might have been coming from the gym doing something, but I got to be able to understand, and this is where this God body thing come in. I got to be understand, receive what Andre's telling me right there as the man of God. And, I'm glad I was able to spend time with him, but I missed my blessing. And in the day, I'm looking for my next blessing. So I'm going to celebrate with Andre. I'm celebrating with Marty and everything. And Rhea, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you. This was great.
Edifying.
This was edifying.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. Mark.
Edifying.
Yeah. Mark.
What's going on, bro?
Thank you.
Yeah,
All
thank
day.
you. Thank you for having me, Mark.
Most definitely.
Appreciate
It's always a pleasure, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a pleasure, Dave.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we'll see you next week. Detroit, stand up, man. We love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
MSG Production.
7 Mile Radio.
Warning.